This is mine now, bitch. uh... It's coming back to me now. I don't think there's a greater feeling than clutching whenever you come back to console, if you've been on PC, or if you've just been away. That's the feeling I got. I just played a few matches of Halo 5, and I'm still getting used to the controller. It's really weird playing on console again since I've been playing pretty much strictly PC for almost a year straight. The difference in between the two is pretty significant. Neither of them is better than the other. They are just completely different in the way they feel in control and how the game plays overall. But I just wanted to say, what's up, guys? I got you a video about Halo 5 and just a few other things. I know a lot of you are probably wondering, hey, have you not got Black Ops 3? Well, no, I haven't. I actually have not got Black Ops 3 yet. And I thought that was kind of interesting because usually I'm one of the first few of my friends to get a Call of Duty every time it launches. Some people have mixed reviews about the game, but that's to be expected. It's Call of Duty. And I've just been really enjoying Halo 5. Skag 3, I put up a video recently. You guys can check it out. I'll leave a link to it somewhere on the screen. You'll see it. It's boom, right there. He talked about Halo 5, and he basically just gave his thoughts on it, and I convinced myself to get the game because I'd just been curious if it was going to be good. And he did pretty much just initially told me that, yeah, it's really a lot of fun. He made a video about it, and that was enough to convince me to get the game and try it out for myself. And I've been having a blast. The only thing I really can't figure out is the controller for the Xbox One. Something about it, I just don't know. It just feels off to me. So I think what I'm going to do is get a converter for the controller and get the Xbox 360 controller and use that because I have a working 360 controller that will work once I get the adapter for the Xbox One. So I think that'll be all good. It's just something with the thumbsticks I can't get down. I don't know what it is. Every time I aim left or right, I always seem to lose track of the enemy. Because the thumbsticks are just too sensitive. I feel like I don't know, they're just weird. They're very weird. They feel weird. It's not just because I'm coming over from PC. I had this issue when I first initially got the Xbox One as well. I was having trouble hitting people in Battlefield 4 whenever it did launch and all that. I don't know, the controller just feels weird to me. I like everything else about the controller besides the thumbstick, so there you go about that. Did you hear that guy? The scumbag beast just doesn't like the Xbox One controller. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Oh my gosh. It's a terrible controller. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, the Xbox One controller's pretty good. I can't stand the thumbsticks. I don't know what it is. The thumbsticks themselves feel fine. It's just the sensitivity with them. But let's not talk about thumbsticks and controllers anymore. They just doesn't work for me. But I wanted to say that Halo 5 runs really well on the Xbox One. I know a lot of people have console wars with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, but it does run really well, which it should because it is a proper port for it. You know, it's supposed to be good. I would hope so anyway. I wanted to talk about this too, that invisible guy that killed me. I don't know what the name of this game mode is because my friend usually chooses the game modes that we play, but I can't stand that there's invisibility in a 1 life per round game mode in Halo, especially that you don't have any radar. I get it. I can see the guy. Well, by the time that happens, it's too late. The only other issue is that you barely have any health, you don't have any shields. So that's also an issue, so it's kind of like SWAT. You pretty much die with 2 to 3 bullets. And you can't see the guy right away, especially at a distance. I don't like that, but I get it. It's a pickup, it's a power-up pickup, so who knows? Maybe they'll balance it a little bit. I just don't think right now, at least in that game mode, it suits it too well. But that's just me. If they took it out, I think it'd be great. But if they left it in, it wouldn't bother me too much. But that's the only gripe I have about that game mode at the moment. As it stands, it may be subject to change. I just wanted to say that real quick because honestly, it's something that kind of, bothers me in that game mode, but it's not too big of a deal. I do play a lot of game modes in this. And I heard they're going to be adding big team battles, which is going to be great because I used to play that a lot in Halo 3, and it was a lot of fun. Played with a lot of my family and friends, and we just had a blast. Play a lot of Capture the Flag and a bunch of other game modes like that, and you know, this is just fun with a lot of people that you get to verse. This is actually my first match to this gameplay right in particular on the screen, so you're gonna see some terrible aim. So it's pretty hilarious. The aim was pretty bad. First game I've ever had coming back to the console, and this is on my TV as well. So it was kind of weird. It was in an awkward position because my TV's on the wall, and it's like it's elevated above my gaming setup, so it's pretty much 2 feet from the ceiling. So it looks kind of weird when you're playing it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyway, I wanted to go ahead and give some of my positives and negatives about Halo 5 in case any of you were interested in hearing about that. Positives. Runs really smooth, plays very fast, and it's extremely fun to play. Cons. Well, it may take some time to get used to if you're like me where you played Halo 3 and stuff like that, but it is an easy to pick up game, so that's pretty good. I will say, maybe I'll have a lot more improvement once I get my 360 controller hooked up to it. I think that'll be a lot better because, after all, a shooter relies heavily on your aim skill and gun skill. Once you have that, it's pretty much over. So I think I'll do a lot better, and I think my opinion will change on how the gunplay is in this game and stuff. There's one thing I will mention. When I play Slayer, I don't know what it is, but the power weapon that is always on every map that I've played, they seem to spawn extremely fast. I feel like it's not very reasonable how fast they spawn. I'd say a power weapon that was a rocket launcher equivalent spawned about 4 times within freaking 2 to 3 minutes. That's kind of crazy. It spawned about every 35 seconds or so, and I'm just like, bruh, like it's just too much, man. I mean, I get it, power weapons are a big essential to Halo, but it takes the fun away whenever the announcer lets you know whenever the power weapon is going to spawn, because in Halo 3, you just had to remember who picked it up and when they picked it up. And then you could count the clock on the bottom of the screen or wherever the clock was located on the match timer, and you could pretty much tell when the power weapon would be there. A lot of people just periodically check, but I think that takes a little bit of the skill out of it. That's just my opinion, though. I don't, again, like how the announcer lets you know when a power weapon's available, because then people just go rush for it, and then they power weapon spam you, which I understand is part of Halo, but that is just me. Maybe it's just because I didn't like it because that's not what Halo 3 did. It would probably be different if I did, but that's just me. You know, some people differ their opinions. So let me know what you guys think if you do play Halo and if you're a huge Halo fan. And if you play Halo 5, what do you think about it? I think they should change it, but that's me. I think they should maybe just not tell you, or I don't know. They shouldn't let you know right before it's about to spawn. They'll say power up and spawning in 15 seconds or something, and that gives you plenty of time to get over there and get ready, which I get it. Everybody's wanting to go for a power weapon, so it does increase the action towards that center of the map, but I think it can mess up gunplay, but who knows. If they are at least going to change one thing, they should at least change the frequency at which they spawn, because they shouldn't spawn in such a high volume that they do, but that's just me. Other than that, I'm having a blast on it, and I plan on playing it a lot more, especially when I get that adapter for it. But you guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.